podcast of Dustiny, episode 24. We made it. This is a huge milestone that I've finally reached. I've been wanting to do a podcast here at Casey Moore's for a very long time, and I finally did it with my really good friend, Jeff Wiles. What's up, Jeff?
What up?
How's it going?
Feeling good. We're here, dude. We got the fries. You know what I mean? We're doing it.
Yeah. We got the fries to make it a little bit less scary, to like lighten the mood, to make us feel a little bit better, because we are up here in the attic, and this attic and Casey Moore's in general is actually famously known for being, haunted. Pretty damn haunted.
What?
Oh, did I not tell you, Jeff?
No, you told me.
Yeah, I came you here with that. Came you here.
Yeah. You sure
I'm a
did.
little, flustered right now. I had to do a lot of stuff. Give me a break.
He's
all right?
recovering.
Yeah, I'm recovering right now from other things too. We're here in the attic, and it is haunted. It's one of the most haunted places in the country.
I gotta say, this is the nicest haunted place I've ever been in.
Yeah, and
there's upholstery on the wall. It's amazing.
Yeah, and it's really chill because it's like we're doing this right here, and then next door there's just a girl like working and like
typing on a computer.
She's just here all the time. She doesn't care if it's haunted.
Nah,
it's
dude,
nothing. She doesn't want to run away screaming like, there's.
She's probably annoyed when like hauntings happen. She's like, ugh,
okay.
Can you quiet down over there, please? It's like a guy holding some woman's head, like, ugh. She's like, excuse, I have taxes I have to do.
Yeah. This is a good spot though. This is insane. Like it looks so good. It's perfect. It's aesthetically pleasing because it seems like we are in a small little attic.
We got a mini lamp. We got a big lamp.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
And I just wanted to do a brief little thing about the history of this place, like the haunting. This place was created in 1910 by William and Mary Moyer. Would that be Moore?
I think it's more.
But it's Moeur, and they spell it Moores. So
well,
I'm going
to avoid the ghosts.
That's
they're trying to throw off. Never let your enemies know what you're doing. You know what I mean?
So they don't get sued or something by the ghosts.
Yeah. Nothing worse than a ghost lawyer. I think a regular haunting is bad.
Yeah. That William and Mary were actually the two only lawyers in this town.
The only ones back in the day. They're the first lawyers, actually.
And the first lawyers.
They were the very first. Law wasn't invented until 1900. What was it?
We're giving my audience new information now, too.
This is an educational podcast. We're here to get to the bottom of it.
Jeff's going to make me laugh. I can't so much. I can't even get to the haunting thing. But I'm just... But, it was started in Tempe. It was the early development of Tempe, the educational system. He was a part of the first school board and held, big positions there. And, he died. They died in 1929, or he died in 1929. And
it wasn't an oyster house to begin with, though, was it?
It was used as. There's a lot of things it was used for.
You're risking an awful lot if you're eating oysters in Arizona in 1900.
Yeah, I know.
You
a
know
lot
what
of
I mean?
you maybe get sick, or I don't know, or
where do you even find oysters?
Yeah, I would break out in hives because I think I'm allergic to them.
Oh yeah, I mean 2022. I still don't trust oysters in Arizona.
Yeah.
No offense, Casey Moore.
But it was used for following their deaths. It has been said that this house was used. It became a bordello, and it was just active with a lot of parties and suicides and drugs and murders.
Oh my god!
And other things that I don't want. Other words
Thanks
I don't
for
want to say. Yeah, but it's just we're doing this in what, August, right? We're at the end of August, and it's just it's not October, but I think it still works, right?
Right.
It's not.
You got to get through September first, but
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right. Jeff's helping me out with understanding how months work.
Hey, if you need to know how the calendars work, hit me up, dude. I got most of them memorized.
That's what. Yeah, go to Jeff, not to go see him at comedy clubs and stuff. Go to him for
extensive knowledge on months and the order that they fall.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
So we. It's good to see you. I'm glad that I was able to get you on the podcast while you were here in town because you're visiting. You're from Arizona, but right?
Born and raised.
Born and raised, but you are currently going back and forth from here to New York, kind of staying in New York.
Yeah. During 2020 to like now, I was kind of bouncing back and forth, but I finally found a place where I'm like landing permanently. So I'll still be back in Arizona for like Christmas and probably a month or two during the summer. But Bed-Stuy. Do or die, Bed-Stuy.
When you go back and forth, do you drive?
No, fly.
You fly. Okay. And
I sold my car.
You sold your car. New York is the way.
It was like first year in New York. I was like, this is stupid. I don't need this.
Yeah. So you eventually maybe go out there thinking, oh, I'm going to go out there. I could just have my car and just get around in my car. But then you realize very quickly it does not work.
Yeah, it's a luxury having a car in New York because like you can just drive to places.
Yeah.
But the problem is when you're done and you get home, there's no parking. Like, not exaggerating, I would spend like an hour and a half trying to find parking.
Yeah.
Anywhere near my apartment and end up having to walk like a mile to get to my spot.
Well, in LA, it's like the same thing. In LA, it's a nightmare. Especially like I lived in Koreatown once, and I would have to every time I would get home, I'd have to spend like 45 minutes trying to find a spot.
Yeah, it's brutal. And not only that, I was just collecting parking tickets, like waking up at like setting my alarm at like 5:30 in the morning so I could go run and move my car and then go back and go to sleep. I was just like, let me just sell this, dude. I don't need this.
What are some spots you like to hit up while you're in New York doing stand-up or, whatever, whether it's just you hanging out or doing
well, it's
stand-up?
tough. Now a lot of my favorite places are closed.
Officially?
Yeah.
Because of the pandemic?
Yeah. A lot of places didn't make it, but there's still some good ones.
Yeah.
QED in Queens, that's like a mandatory spot.
QED, okay.
QED's got a great stage, good community out there.
Is that an acronym for anything?
Yeah, I forget exactly what it's. I think it's like Queens Entertainment something.
Okay.
No, it's way more complicated than that, actually. I remember it's something ridiculous.
Yeah, but is that an open mic or a show or something like that?
They do both. They do it all,
They do both. Nice.
Yeah, they got a stage space and then like a little lobby in front. Really cool. They do a great job over there. And then the Stand. I mean, the Stand is like where I'm at.
It's a place I hear everybody likes doing stuff at. Peter Fowler. Do you ever link up with Peter Fowler while you're out there?
No.
Do you know him?
I not personally, but I've seen his stuff. Yeah. Very funny.
Yeah. Because I thought you might have, since you guys were kind of Arizona and New York guys.
Yeah. There's a few of us out there.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
I noticed that you have been doing some really cool spots out here in Arizona, at Stand Up Live and the Improv and stuff.
The Improv, yeah.
You've been getting all the good spots. Steph,
it's Olive.
She is hilarious.
Yeah, she's really very good.
Fucking really funny. I think I just saw like a story or something or a post from her just becoming viral like on Instagram pretty much, just like discovering it, like, whoa, what the hell?
Yeah. No, she's definitely had multiple viral moments. She just opened for Bill Burr at the Scotia Bank for like 1,500 people or something like that.
Jeez. Yeah, I can tell that she's gonna definitely.
Oh, she's hilarious, dude. We had a great weekend too. We ended up going to the strip club Saturday night on a run in Improv.
Nice.
Yeah. Jimmy Wisman.
Jimmy Wisman.
Yeah,
you mentioned that to me a few days ago, I think.
Yeah, he was the feature act for that weekend, and
okay.
He's got a really successful podcast too, and he took us out. Cash Daddy, dude, paid for the whole thing.
Wow.
Just showed up. We were already messed up from post-show drinking, smoking, whatever you're doing afterwards. Just showed up to the strip club like, what are we doing?
What strip club?
He just gave us like a stack of cash each. He's like, go throw it at these girls. Like, all right.
Jeez, he's obviously doing well for himself.
Cash Daddy, dude. That's what we call him.
What was it? Lay Girls, Abco?
Lay Girls? No. There's a bunch of French bitches in here, dude. No, we went to Skin.
Hello, I can't
take off your clothes. That's not even French.
I'm off Dave.
Yeah. We're both clearly terrible at French.
Yeah, I'm terrible. That's Italian. I sounded Italian.
Yeah.
Oh God. All right. Well, we'll switch from that. Do you want to do some more accents or?
Yeah. Let me throw in a Chinese one just to make sure this never airs.
Yeah. Let's get this episode canceled before it even gets up.
Hell yeah. Canceled live.
Yeah. Live cancellation.
Yeah.
Welcome to Come on down. Live cancellation. You just performed with opened up for Michelle Wolf too.
I did.
She's
Got
a big
feature
deal
for Michelle Wolf, one of the best.
Yeah.
Legitimately top tier comedians working today. She was such a pro. It was so cool to see her like work out her new hour. She's in the green one with all the different notebooks. Just seeing the process was so sick.
Did you go to a strip club at?
No. Very different vibe with the Michelle Wolf thing.
Yeah.
But she was great. That was so fun. I think it was like 500 people at Stand Up Live that night.
Yeah.
It was a lot. It was sold out. Very cool. Very fun.
I remember when I first met you, I started doing comedy. Like I always say like my first open mic was like 10 years ago or whatever, but I haven't been doing it, every day since 10 years ago.
Yeah, it's always weird when people are like, how long you been doing it? Where you're like, well, like these amount of years very seriously, and then there was a gap where I'm like doing it part-time. And then, you know what I mean? It's like, comedy's weird like that. But I remember, like Hidden House. That was a wild spot back in the day.
Yeah.
Now it's like one of the coolest gay bars you've ever been to.
Yeah.
It's connected to like an ice cream shop.
Yeah.
It's like everything's like, hey, buy ice cream merch. But back in the day, it was scary.
Is it still split up into 2 rooms like it was back in the day?
It is, yeah.
And there's a showroom, and then there's a bar with pool tables and stuff like that.
Yep.
And I remember, almost 10 years ago, I think it was like, being brand new to comedy, and I think it was the first time I ever kind of I got a spot at the Hidden House, and I just did not do good at all. I was doing really
that room 8 people alive.
Yeah.
That was to your credit though.
Yeah.
Even getting onto that stage, doing the set was like enough to pat yourself on the back, because that room was, like I said, like visibly scary.
Yeah.
Like, it was not lit well. It was just an open door off the street on 7th Ave.
Yeah.
So like the amount of vagrants that were on crystal meth that would just pop into the room not knowing it was a comedy show, and there's just a guy with a microphone being like, la la la.
And every person that they would have on the shows were all crushers and killers.
Yeah, like Rich Voss would pop in and do sets there.
Yeah, even the local people were all just really fucking intimidating.
Oh, yeah. It was a lot of that show was why they had a $5 steak, if that gives you any idea of the clientele that would come around.
What?
A $5
steak. Oh, steak, like, yeah, an actual $5 steak. Yeah.
You would get like a beer and a steak for $5.
Yeah, that's
Tell
crazy.
me how much you're willing to risk your life for a $5 steak,
yeah.
dude.
It was that area too, 7th Ave and Osborne or
wild,
something like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was a great place. But like I remember bombing and then going out. I think I was just talking to you, and I met you, and then I think I was talking about weed or something, and you just, I'll come smoke or whatever.
Yeah.
And then we hung out in my car, and I was just probably so miserable. I was just remember being so bummed out.
Yeah, I've never seen somebody cry so much in my life.
Yeah, no, I think I probably was tearing up maybe a little bit, but I remember you helping me out and giving me advice.
Whoa.
And I think
very unlike me.
Yeah. Yeah, but like, yeah, thanks, man. Thanks for like, I think that if you didn't like help me out a little bit, or people like you weren't telling me to keep going, I probably wouldn't have kept doing it, because I was doing like.
So it's my fault, you're saying?
Yeah, it's your fault that why I'm just doing this and doing annoying, trying to have everybody let me do my thing everywhere. Casey Moore's,
yeah, dude.
I'm gonna do a podcast at a library soon.
Send all your hate mail to me.
Yeah, I'm annoying as fuck. Everybody's like, why is Dustin trying to just do everything everywhere?
One time Jeff said, just keep going.
Yeah.
Really apologize to all the viewing, all the audience for that.
But yeah, man, it's awesome. It's good to have good friends that keep me going. Because when I was starting out, I was just doing like I just didn't really know how to write a setup or anything like that, or a punchline. Or,
oh yeah, nobody does.
I like was doing like, I remember when it was like Tiger Woods was a thing. Like the Tiger Woods, not Tiger Woods wasn't a. The Tiger Woods like sexcapades were a thing.
Yeah,
like,
where he cheated on his wife.
Yeah, he had the mistress.
Yes,
and,
a couple of them.
Yeah, and everybody was reading the text messages.
Had a thing for waitresses, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
which is such a specific, just like as Tiger Woods, you could probably whatever. I mean, people have covered this 1,000 times.
Yeah.
So funny to go to a diner and be like, you.
He just like really into their balance.
He's like, the way she put that coffee on my table, I just knew.
Yeah, or they've got some. The hookups on sleeping pills, or no? Is that a reference? To
also
deep
a wild way to have sex, just like coming in and out of sex. Like, I can keep it going 5 more minutes.
4. Oh no, that's a terrible. That's hacky. All right,
yeah, that's funny.
That's hacky. But I remember just doing like at the time, I thought it was funny to read off Tiger Woods' text messages to that lady in Jeff Foxworthy's voice. It was so. I was just like,
dude, why did
you? Or no, I was like, this is not funny.
Dude, thinking back on it, why did we ever get those text messages?
Yeah,
why were those public?
Yeah, was that like the beginning of like cancel culture, like the beginning of the internet, where they can like just.
It's so wild because you go back and like I have memories. You're right. Like it was like an era of Tiger Woods being a villain, and it's like all he did was cheating on his wife.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Everybody
it's not good, but it's like the persecution he got.
Because it was so new, right? It was a new thing for guys.
And reading text message, they were like dirty. It was like, why is this in public right now? This
we were all
sucks.
making him seem like he was so
like he
evil.
killed somebody or something.
Yeah.
You're like, he never should have played golf. Like, golf, dude. It's golf. All these golfers are probably cheating on their wives. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
golf
I know.
is the excuse. That's what you use when you cheat on your wife. I'm playing golf.
That's what he's been doing the whole time. That was the excuse to get good at it.
Yeah.
So
He had to
that he
actually
could-
start playing. Yeah. So there's the excuse.
His dad
would be
trained him really
believable.
hard and everything. You're gonna want to be able to have those mistresses in the future. I don't know. That my improv's not good. All right.
Getting better though.
Thank you. He's training me. He's my mentor. We also just shot a sketch together while I
did.
had the chance to get you involved in a sketch while you're in town.
Hell yeah.
We
Good fun.
yeah, it was really fun.
Yeah.
We got to the editing process, and then we realized that we missed a whole entire part, right? But it was a very small part.
Super small. Missed 2 scenes. Pretty good though.
Yeah.
Pretty good for the ragtag way we had to set up that day.
Yeah.
To only have to do 1 reshoot. Not bad.
Learning process.
I do still feel bad about making Lou run around your house.
Yeah.
This poor guy shows up with a cane, and we're like, "You're good to get a 10,000 steps in on this film shoot, right?" This poor guy.
Yeah. Lou's got a cane, and me and you are the ones that are barely doing any of the work.
I was
in
like
the
literally
sketch.
sitting on a couch the entire sketch. And I was like running in and out of the room. I'm like, just leave your cane there. You can sprint, right?
But Lou handled it so well.
No,
and,
he's a pro. He's a pro.
It was good. Check out that. I'll be putting it on my YouTube channel. I'm sure you'll do something with it on your Instagram or.
Yeah, we'll be posting soon.
Yeah. It's good to be getting back into sketches and doing it with my friend Tony Aguilera. Shouts out to Tony Aguilera.
Shout out Tony.
He had a cool studio that we were able to edit
Oh,
in.
dude, the coolest. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was sick.
Like a $500,000 video wall that he projects stuff on.
That was
and,
unbelievable.
So check out Tony Aguilera as well for stuff like that. And, what was your favorite thing about shooting the sketch or something like that you remember that was like...
Man, that day was honestly a lot of fun. Like it was cool just trying to piece it together. That's my favorite part. You know what I mean? Like the building process is always so much funner than like, all right, we did it, let's share it. Like that's my least favorite part.
Yeah.
Is like once it's done and like getting eyes on it. That's by far my least favorite part.
I would agree.
I love putting the thing together, trying to make it work. Like the whole process is why I do it. You know, like the creating thing. After that, it's like let whoever finds it can find it. But I don't know. It like activates my little monkey brain trying to figure this stuff out and like visualize it and stuff. You know?
Yeah, I almost like to post it and then just like literally like just not go on my phone for a while and just see like what happened.
Hell
see
yeah,
the response.
See those tens of likes come flowing in.
Yeah, but then yeah. But then there's the other side of me where I'm like sitting there constantly waiting for every new like or whatever.
Yeah,
like
it's tough.
Because it's like you want the likes, right? That's that's how you know that people appreciated it or whatever. Is like if they liked it, literally.
Yeah, I'm trying to we're in 2022, so it's all about the views and tickling the algorithm and all that. But I try and stay focused on like the important part is the making it part.
Yeah.
Promoting it, you can get help promoting and stuff like that, but making it is like I said, that's
success,
what really,
right? Not more success, less than fame, right? Like more like it's like success is a better word to use than fame or like whatever, right? Like, but making it in terms of achieving your goal, right? Like, is that?
Yeah, to me, I mean, like to me, success is just like
fame is
doing the thing.
Yeah.
Like I kind of get. You don't want to hear me get all like mojo monk level on you, but like, doing the thing is engaging with success. Mm-hmm. Whether the eyes come and stuff like that, I don't know. I try not to put too much weight in that. Obviously, you need the viewership to get the opportunity later down the road to do it with a bigger budget with more people and stuff like that. So you kind of, you need both sides. But I've always more engaged with, like I said, the making of process. You know what I mean?
Yeah, me too. I think that's what keeps me going is the creative process.
I'll put it this way: I just came from a coffee shop meet up with the homies, and we're talking about how, all this TikTok, all these channels and stuff like that. It's like perfect examples. Like I don't care about vases, like a vase.
Yeah,
I don't care, but I'll watch somebody make a vase. Sure.
Yeah,
I'll watch the whole process. I'll hear them talk about the colors I want to pick and all this stuff.
Yeah,
and then the end product is like a pretty vase. I'm like, oh, that's nice. But like seeing the person put it together, I don't know, it does something for me.
Or a bong or something.
Or yeah, whatever. You know what I mean?
Those guys who blow those glass at like out front of Bud's Glass Show or whatever.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So hypnoptizing.
Yeah. I love that.
And then
stuff.
you go and smoke. You're like, I'm just trying to get blazed now.
Sear your lips. They're like, it's not done yet.
Your upbringing.
My upbringing.
Yeah.
I was brought up.
Yeah, you're brought up.
I was.
All right, next topic. No. You're from Arizona, right?
Yep. Born and raised. I grew up in
What
Phoenix.
high school did you go to?
What high school did I go to?
Stocksy right now.
I went to Desert Mountain for 2 years.
Yeah.
And then I got kicked out. And then I went to New School for the Arts for my final 2 years.
New School for the Arts.
Yeah, I went to an art school, yeah.
For high school?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then did you study acting?
No acting. I did a lot of writing, a little bit of Photoshop, but writing was my primary go-to in there.
Yeah. Oh, interesting. So what was it like going to an art school?
Dude, it was sick.
What are the differences between,
It was sick. It was so poorly funded, this school, that it was like the teachers were so overwhelmed, which was funny because the entire size of the school was like maybe 800 people, and we're talking about like from pre-K to high school. So like my graduating class was not even 200 people.
Oh, wow.
It was very small, very small. But it was the funnest. It was like the most fun I've ever had in school. That shout out to NSA because they really like changed my trajectory because I hated Desert Mountain. I was like a goth kid and I was like, these people don't get me. You know what I mean? Like, fuck the establishment. I was like getting into trouble and stuff.
Yeah.
And then I went to an art school and I was just surrounded by people that were way weirder than I was.
Yeah.
Which kind of like leveled me out a little bit to the point where I was like, okay, I'm weird, but I'm not weird like them.
Yeah.
So it helped me kind of find a level in where I kind of fit in artistically and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it was so fun, dude. I mean, like, it was a wild school. There was no cafeteria. Okay. So at lunchtime, they would have what we called a roach coach.
Yeah. Oh, like food trucks and stuff like that.
Yeah. We probably should have called it a food truck.
Yeah.
But it got the roach coach name.
I went to Precision Research, or not Precision. That was a place I worked for. No, I went to like a charter school.
Okay.
Very shortly, for
Okay.
like a week once.
Oh, word.
And they had a roach coach.
Yeah.
Precision Research. I didn't go to Precision Research. But yeah, they had a roach coach, and a lot of people would be getting flaming hot Cheetos and put cheese in it, and like.
That was the move. Oh, I don't know about the cheese.
Like everybody's hands were all covered with like red and orange.
It was such a wild scene because lunchtime, everybody goes to lunch at the same time.
Yeah.
So the school, like kids were just eating in the parking lot on top of their cars, like sitting on walls. Like there was no, like I said, there was no like social commune area. So like.
People go and have a cigarette or.
Oh yeah, people would leave campus
blaze
and
it
like
up
go to In-N-Out or whatever. You know what I mean?
Oh, you're allowed to just leave campus too.
Yeah, you weren't allowed.
Oh, okay, but yeah, you just go off campus and go get food.
Yeah,
I used to love doing that. Going off.
Dude, there was a record store. Right on the other side of the school. Like the next parking lot over was like a record store. Like there was a Filiberto's.
Yeah.
There was like a gun shop there and like a Taekwondo center, like all this stuff. But I used to bail, just like straight up bail on school. Like I'd be like, can I go to the bathroom? And disappear because we had block classes. So they were like hour and a half to hour and 40-minute classes.
Yeah.
So I would just disappear for like 40 minutes and go to the record shop and just like peruse, CDs at the time.
Yeah.
And then come back and the teacher wouldn't even be like, well, that took a long time. Just like hang the pass back up, sit down. And she's like, all right. It was cool, man. We got away.
Now, Wes Anderson films.
Yeah. Literally, yeah. I took like a foreign film class there. Yeah. It was cool.
That's awesome.
Did I take it? No, that was in. Never mind. Scratch that. That was at a different spot. That was in college.
Yeah, I used to love like just, playing hooky, or is it hooky?
Yeah.
I feel like I've been fucking up a lot of shit.
The school is so wild. Like I said, I would take, all my classes were like English and writing and stuff like that because I was focusing on that area. But if you had like your project done, you could literally be like, "Can I go finish my painting?" And the teacher would be like, "Yeah, sure." So you just leave one class, go to another one, and just like work on a painting, and then at the end, you just like, it was wild.
Yeah.
It was really cool though. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. So I know that you're also really into just like you're into basketball a lot, right?
Basketball, love basketball.
Yeah. Did you play basketball in high school or anything
not
like
in
that?
high school. They wanted to recruit me, but they wanted to have practice like before school started.
Yeah.
I played basketball every single day of my life until high school.
Yeah.
Until high school when they were like, "Yeah, you just show up at 6 o'clock in the morning and do a couple drills and then go to class." And I was like, "Nope." But thank God because, I as much as I love basketball, it's like I can still play it. Like I'll still dish and hoop and everything. But, I very quickly learned like, oh, I'm not an athlete. I'm more of an artist. I'm just giant. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you go to the Suns games a lot? Do you have a season pass?
No season pass.
Okay.
I try and go to as many Suns games as I can, but
Yeah.
I don't live here anymore, so.
So why would you have a season pass?
Right, but I do. I'll at least go to like, this game. I mean, this year was hard because playoff tickets were like astronomical.
Yeah. Were you crushed when we lost?
Both years, yeah.
Oh, both years, yeah.
Yeah.
I was for a second. I was thinking maybe we possibly won last, but we didn't.
Well, I bailed on the Suns, cheering for the Suns for like a decade. After Nash, I was just like, we got nothing, dude.
Yeah.
It was just like
Nash days.
just like a straight decade of just garbage. Teams.
Yeah.
Like the worst.
Remember Danny Ainge?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Danny Ainge.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a huge Celtics fan. So like
Okay.
Ainge, he was like the GM over there. He drafted Tatum and Brown and all these guys.
Danny Ainge was on the Suns though, right?
He was on the Suns. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He used to get into fights on the Suns all the time.
Yeah.
With Jordan and shit. Yeah, he was a wild one.
Was Larry Bird ever on the Suns? Am I right? Oh, that's
No.
yeah. I don't know why the hell I'm thinking Larry Bird was on the Suns.
No.
He was on the Bulls.
Celtics.
Or the, see, I don't know shit. I just know like some things, like I don't know, like, but yeah.
You know what team Michael Jordan was on?
The Bulls.
Okay.
For sure. I
Just
mean,
checking.
come on.
Just checking.
Yeah.
You're like, obviously the Seattle Supersonics.
Yeah.
Next question.
Yeah.
Yeah, huge basketball fan. Love playing. Love hooping. My brothers are like, we used to play in the driveway all the time, and now they're in college, so they're like of age now where they can actually play defense. So like for the first time in my entire relationship with them, now we can actually have like nice little one-on-one games.
Yeah.
And they're so fast. You know what I mean? I'm like a 30-year-old comedian trying to hoop.
They're running around
with these like 21-year-old kids who are just like in the prime of their life, just gunning past me.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun though. I really like it. It's like the only form of exercise I get done these days.
Yeah. I always like to ask my comedic guests, or even just any guests that I have, music guests, like musicians or comedians, an interesting question. I usually get a good response or an interesting response. What is like the craziest thing you've ever seen happen at a comedy show, or just like whether a show that you've been on or a show that you've gone to?
I don't know about the craziest.
Like
thing.
Steve Owens on the first episode said that he was working at Stand Up Live and he saw Ken Jeong, like he was doing his act and doing really well, and then all of a sudden someone was having a heart attack in the crowd.
Oh yeah.
So he had to go out into the crowd, and like he was a doctor, so he
Right,
went out there and
right.
like helped save the guy's life, and then went back up.
And you
like,
just go back to your set.
Yeah.
And people are just wide-eyed, like what?
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know. I don't know about the craziest, but something that I always tell this story.
Embarrassing, like some.
I love this story
or
at
seeing it-
Bridget's. You know Bridget's.
Yeah, Bridget's Last Laugh.
Bridget's Last Laugh. So now it's like nice. You know what I mean? Now it's like they do the show in the side room. There's
Yeah.
like a sign. There's a curtain. It's like all separate from the bar.
Yeah.
But back when I started doing Bridget's,
Mhm.
you just did it at the end of the bar in front of TVs and shit.
Yeah.
And comedy happened before karaoke.
Yeah.
So we call it surprise comedy, where it's like nobody at the bar knew there was a comedy show. All of a sudden, we're just turning off football games, and then somebody comes up with a mic like, "Okay, you guys ready for comedy?" And everyone's like, "No."
Or someone's eating their food and they're just like,
"Yeah, what?"
Yeah.
Total
How many
ambush.
times that's happened? Yeah.
Total ambush comedy. I mean, like, and it was bad too, to the point where if the show was going long, the karaoke guy would come in and just start turning on the TVs and turn on karaoke. They would just start doing karaoke if the show was too long.
Yeah, not having any respect for the comedy at all.
Zero. And so we were used to that for a while. So this room was like very combative for a while, and it kind of turned into like, you know, us versus them type of thing. Because it was a biker bar. You know Bridget's.
Yeah.
Bridget's, even more so back then, was like a straight-up biker bar. So, you know, getting into tiffs with the audience was nothing new. But I remember one show in particular, this dude from the beginning was heckling. And like not like heckling like participating, but like heckling like straight up like, you suck, that's not funny, bring out the next guy, and just was like tearing. And my buddy was the host, and he would usually go after these guys, but he's the host, he can't. It's the start of the show, you don't want to start off like that. I mean, I would have, but I commend him for trying to be professional in the moment at this biker bar show.
Yeah.
Next comedian comes up, same thing. He's like, boo, like, you suck, like, that's not funny, tell a better joke, come on, do something else. The comedian didn't do anything. Third comedian comes up, same thing. And I'm thinking to myself, like, if I get up there, I'm going to tear this guy apart. You know what I mean? I'm like new to comedy. I have like, I got this like arrogance. I've been doing it like a year or two. I'm like, I'm fucking the gift of comedy. Here comes a whooping. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But my buddy goes up right before me, literally right before me, and does what I was planning on doing and spent his whole set talking shit to this guy. Didn't tell a single joke. Was just like telling this guy he's got cancer, he's going to have ass cancer, like just like going after him. And he had his wife there too. Started going after the wife, just was like tearing into this guy. And this dude gets up and leaves, and the comedians were like erupted. We were just clapping, like, fuck yeah, fuck that guy. And so, like, the host comes back out, and he's like, hey, the movie finally left. That's what happens, blah, blah, blah. And we hear a motorcycle fire up. And we're like, it was like an aggressive, like, bang, 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 like one of those. We're like, oh, boy, what? Here comes this. This dude backed his motorcycle into the bar, like the back tire, and filled the bar with smoke. Fire alarms go off. Show's canceled. Everybody had to leave the bar. I'm pissed because I was like up next. You know what I mean?
He knew exactly when he was walking out of there. Like,
oh yeah,
like
premeditated.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I got something for you.
I
want to
know
see
what
this?
I'm about to do right now.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
that's actually that's crazy as fuck.
That's pretty wild. Yeah, a lot of biker stories in Arizona, man.
I was thinking you were just gonna say he was just gonna like just do the noise, but then he actually like filled the whole room with smoke. That's insane.
Crazy.
Jeez.
A lot of biker stories. I performed for the Hells Angels on accident one time.
Dude, the Hells Angels have come. They live across the street from my friend Georgie's house, the TourDeHouse place.
Bro, they're out here.
Didn't you see them at the TourDeHouse place? They show up. They show up to that too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they live right across the street.
Yeah.
Straight up Hells Angels.
Yeah, legitimate, like with the Hells Angels vest.
Yeah,
they got the patches.
But they like, it's interesting because they're actually like, they used to be really, really, really dangerous. Like they
70s and stuff.
Woodstock, they hired them as security and stuff, and like they still are, but like they roll through as a group and they really are respectful to people, and they make it known that we're here to like help you guys. Like if you guys, they don't say it, but they just kind of make it known. Like
I'm not gonna lie, I had a
we're
pretty
all
good
gonna
set.
be your friend and like.
I had a pretty good set.
Yeah.
Yeah, it went well. I was scared shitless.
Yeah, what happened? Did they?
It was like
it wasn't the same night you're talking about, right?
No, this is a different show, different night. It was like some bar off the highway.
Yeah.
I was doing a spot. My buddy, I knew everybody on the show, and they just had me do, like 10 minutes or something. But I remember the host, actually Sean McCarthy and Chris Bennett were there. Mm-hmm. If you guys remember them.
Yeah, Sean McCarthy, who hosts,
who now is doing
Bridges.
Yeah. He was there that night. Actually, weirdly, he almost got into a fight.
Yeah.
Not with Hells Angels, but like, anyway, that's beside the point. But he's up there doing his thing, and then in the middle of his set, just like the loudest amount of, it sounded like 170 motorcycles pulled up to this bar. It was just, you can just hear them in the parking lot. Just like, here comes the brigade, dude.
Yeah.
And as that is happening, you can't even hear the mic. It's so loud. You can't hear what anybody's saying. And the audience stood up. It was like maybe like 16 to 20 people, just like folding chairs. It was a nice little space, But they all got up and left. And we're like, what the hell is this? In walks the Hells Angels.
Yeah.
Like leather vests, you know what I mean? Chaps, the whole, everything, right? And they all come and sit down in all the new empty seats. Filled up the room. filled, like full.
Yeah.
The room is now full.
And they're all just like, like being really like happy and like.
Well, not at first.
No? Okay. Yeah.
Not at first. My buddy, like, as soon as they sit down, he's just like, now come to the stage, Jeff Wiles.
Yeah.
Like, shit. Came out there. I mean, like, they were cool to their
When
credit.
you were thinking you were going to go up there and own the heckler, right? The same night or no?
No, this is a different.
Okay. Yeah.
Totally different night. But I was thinking, like, my set was very much geared towards the few people that were there, not towards a gang of motorcycles that showed up.
Now you have to do material for them. Yeah.
Yeah. Now I'm doing biker material. But I told a couple of jokes that they were into off top, so it loosened up a little bit. But it was so funny to see. I don't know if you know Chris Bennett.
Yeah. I remember him. He had like a show that he did out of his apartment, didn't he, for a little bit?
Yeah. Pandemic times.
Yeah.
I think even before that he was doing it.
Yeah, it was just like a funny.
But this dude, for the audience, like
show.
this guy is just the silliest comedian you've ever seen in your life. Like
Yeah.
such high, just like silly, wacky energy. And he was the headliner that night.
Yeah.
It was such a treat to watch how confused these bikers were watching him. Like, is that a man up there doing this?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about because that Chris Bennett guy, he is like very energetic, facial expressions.
Oh, yeah.
Like
He's got more energy
silly.
than anyone I've ever seen do comedy.
He is really funny.
Yeah.
Shouts out to Chris Bennett.
Yep.
I haven't seen him in a long time.
Shout out.
Hope he's still doing comedy, and I hope he is doing well.
Yeah. I ran into him out in Boston.
Yeah.
It's the last place I seen him.
Recently?
A couple years ago.
A couple years ago?
Yeah, maybe like
I really
5-6
hope he
years
is
ago.
doing shit still.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
Matt Stores as well. I remember them being like they would hang out.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, Stores is killing the TikTok game.
Yeah, I've been seeing him around on Instagram. Hope he is doing well as well.
Hell yeah. Shout out to the homies.
Yes. The Hidden House, Stand Up Scottsdale.
Those
people.
were all Hidden House guys, too.
Yeah.
Survived.
Eric Subcheck.
Subcheck?
Rob Maybe.
I feel
Was he
like
a Hidden House guy? Rob Maybe? Did he come after that?
maybe. I missed kind of like the tail end of the Hidden House.
There was the Ice House, too.
Ice House is a
Sean
lot.
McCarthy.
I almost fought a mom at the Ice House.
Okay, that's
like,
another
literally
crazy story.
almost like fisticuffs with a grown woman. Dude, I was in my first couple years, I was wilding, dude.
You gotta say a little bit more about that.
She was just like heckling. The Ice House was it was a hockey bar.
Yeah.
So it was connected to a hockey an ice hockey rink.
Mm-hmm.
And where the goal was, behind the goal was big plexiglass. Like if all of this was just plexiglass.
Yep, I remember, yeah.
And there was a bar on the other side of that where you would drink and you would watch your kid practice whatever the hell, right?
Would we be doing stand-up and we'd be hearing pucks hitting the thing or no? They wouldn't play.
Every single show.
Yeah.
There was never a show where there was like, oh, nobody's playing hockey today. Every single show, there was like 6 people out there. Dude, slinging, like firing shots, missing the goal, hitting the thing like crack. It was so loud, so loud. And if that wasn't distracting enough, you had Sean McCarthy was hosting that spot.
Yeah.
Who would sit on mic during your set and play sound effects. It was just like you couldn't even get a joke in at this place. It was the craziest.
It was just more about everything else.
Dude, it was the craziest show to this day I've ever done, dude. It was just like you just had to learn.
That was
to
one of my
deal with.
first open mics ever.
Oh, yeah,
was that place?
So on top of like
Jesse
ice
Johnson.
pucks hitting the fucking glass at 100 miles an hour.
Yeah.
You also had Sean's ass who was like on drugs, just like bling bling, like doing wild shit, sound effects. You know what I mean? Like piping in on a joke or whatever. I loved it. I had a great time.
And then after the comedian's done, he would go back up to host and still say a lot more.
Oh yeah.
And talk a lot more in between
yeah.
the comedians.
Yeah. So it was like just
like 10 minutes almost.
Dude, it was just everything was stacked.
But I
against
love
you.
Sean. Yeah.
There was everything was against you in that show. You had no favor in the room whatsoever. So on top of all this other shit, there was like this lady there, who was just front row at the bar, just heckling.
Yeah.
Just like literally, that's not funny. You suck. Just ruining the show. And so I got up there, and I was like kind of talking shit with her off stage, knowing that I'm gonna have to go on stage in a minute and like try and tell jokes.
Yeah.
And like
she was already giving like attitude and stuff before you.
If I remember correctly, though, like I honestly don't think she said shit during my set.
Okay.
I think she was giving me the silent treatment, like, oh, let's see how funny you are, like that kind of stuff, and just sat there cross-armed. But the second that I was like, thank you, that's my show, she's like, not funny, like started heckling right away. So I was like, oh, what was that, bitch? And I got back on.
Oh,
mic,
yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck, man? You think this, blah, blah, blah. I got aggro, like embarrassingly so. Hopefully, there's no tape of that out there. It was bad,
dude. Yeah,
I was like, I'll fucking die for this comedy shit. I was just way over the top. You know what I mean? I ended up having to leave the bar because I was fired up, dude. She got me fired up, dude.
And that's coming from you too. And you're pretty chill. You're a very chill guy.
Yeah, I'm a pretty chill guy. But like in the beginning, I was like, "This is my art, lady." You know what I mean,
dude? I have, I've been there, man. Where I'm just like trying to use as how much I respect comedy as like a way to get at somebody or get back at revenge or. You're not going to come to our open mic.
It's actually
I'm doing. Yeah,
it's actually pretty funny to think about her perspective. Like she's like dropping her kid off to like practice hockey, and then just gets bombed at the bar, and just heckling.
She's really nice.
Heckling comedians.
Yeah.
Oh, was it Patricia?
Yeah,
Patricia. Nice. Yeah, she's cool.
Thank you,
Shout
everybody
out to
who works here. The staff is incredible. The managers, the manager Tyler, one of the nicest people I've ever met.
Casey Moore is like a staple in Arizona.
Yeah, everybody here has been great.
Yeah, truly.
Before we get out of here, I wanted to do a thing that I do with all of my guests. It's kind of like just like a little segment, a little thing that I do on here to find the guests like taste.
Okay.
It's top 5 favorite movies. It's just a top 5 thing.
Oh, okay.
So I've done my top 5 here on a bunch of times. Maybe I could do another one. I haven't done it in a while. Let's see your top 5 favorite movies.
Ooh,
it can be, and it doesn't have to. You don't have to think too hard about it. You can. It can just be a thing where it's just like bam, bam, bam. Like
I don't know about nowadays because like I'll do. Like I think my first favorite movie ever was like Con Air.
Yeah,
dude, Con Air had such a place in my heart when I was growing up.
Yeah,
I was like, this is cinema. Like this guy gets it, dude.
Yeah. What was the famous line in Con Air?
There's so many, dude.
Okay, yeah,
Remember Buscemi was like, they implied that he was like eating kids. It was so weird. That movie is crazy.
Nicolas Cage, right?
Nicolas Cage.
Sean Connery. Or no? Was Sean Connery in Con Air?
No. John Cusack is, though.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm sure there's other people. I honestly haven't seen that movie in years. I'm sure it's like terrible now on a rewatch.
Yeah.
But I also, I'll give you, can I give you a list of like what used to be my top 5? Because I can't think of. I'm like terrible in these scenarios. I really liked Almost Famous was another like movie that I was into for a long time. I thought that was a sick flick.
One of my favorites.
Jimmy Fallon randomly in that.
With
but
he's
Mark
like
Maron too.
He's like in disguise, right? He's dressed as like a cowboy
manager.
or something. Or no, am I wrong?
He comes in late in the movie and he's like their new manager guy.
Okay, but he doesn't look like Jimmy Fallon in the movie, right? He looks like a completely different character. Am I wrong?
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
They probably got him in dressed up.
Yeah. Okay.
What else? I really liked that movie Sunshine for a while.
Sunshine.
Sunshine is a
wait.
The guy.
And is it Sunshine? Period. Like, is there a dot at the end of it? Am I thinking of something else?
I don't think so.
The title? Okay, never mind.
It's the guy that directed Slumdog Millionaire.
Okay,
like 127 hours. He did this movie Sunshine about like basically these scientists that have to go into space to like explode the sun to like reheat the Earth or some craziness.
Okay, I gotta
pretty
check
cool
that
movie.
out.
Pretty cool movie.
Okay.
Let's see what else. I'm trying to think of, like the good movies I've seen recently. Dude, I did see Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. That was a pretty solid movie. I'm not gonna lie.
Everything is that? What movie is that? Why am I not knowing a lot?
It was like a Korean mother-daughter.
Everything All at Once.
Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Everything Everywhere All at Once. Okay.
It's weirdly like a multiverse.
Is that new?
Pretty new. I think it might still be in theaters.
Okay.
I don't know that I would say it's my favorite. I'm just trying to think of like new movies that are
sick. Just whatever you can think of that.
But I'm also like, truth be told, dude, I'm a huge animation nerd. I love any kind of like animated anything. I love like the Cowboy Bebop movie. Yeah. I don't know if you fuck with Cowboy Bebop.
I remember it's a show, right? It starts out
show
Cartoon Network or Adult Swim.
I think it was like 1999 or something like that.
Oh, okay. Wait, Cowboy Bebop was on Cartoon Network or no?
Yeah, they probably Toonami I think brought it in.
Okay, yeah,
part of their block or whatever.
Yeah.
But that movie is incredible. To this day, I just watched it last year. It still holds up. It's amazing. I love hand drawn animation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm a huge fan. I still like. I watch all these cartoons. The Last Avatar, dude. I'm on Legend of Korra.
I like the typical ones. Like, I mean, The Spirited Away is incredible.
Oh yeah, the Studio Ghibli.
Yeah, I mean
Ghibli.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of cool ones like, Dumbo.
Word.
Right? Is that hand drawn or no?
I think so. Yeah, with the elephant, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That first one, the classic Disney one, like
Sure.
all those hand drawn.
I grew up on the Disney.
But Dumbo,
Aladdin
especially.
and Lion King and all that. That was like my entire childhood.
Yeah.
I watched Aladdin like 1,000 times.
Oh my God, just that first opening song, just like when he's running through.
Animation will always be.
Gotta catch everything. I don't know the words.
Yeah, hell yeah.
This comedian in LA used to do a bit where he would recite the whole entire thing perfectly on stage, and he would do it really good. Like,
Whoa.
but it's not really like, it wasn't like a joke or a bit. He was just doing it.
He was just doing karaoke.
And people would love that he was like, pretty much,
Yeah.
but he was like doing it like so perfect, and it was just a thing that he would just start doing,
Whoa.
and people would just like that he just did it.
Whoa.
I forgot his name, but it's interesting. But interesting.
Was his name Aladdin?
Yeah, it was Aladdin. Yeah, Aladdin. Actually, the CGI version.
Street rat.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I don't like that.
Hell yeah.
Tempe Improv, where you at?
Oh, whoa. We're freestyling now, dude. The fucking skills dripping off
Yeah, I'm kind of like
you. Kind of a big deal.
I'm
on
the king of the
scene.
cipher. That's what they call me.
That's what they call you. That's what they've always called you.
Hey, it's Hadlock, the king of the cipher.
This guy's the king of the cipher.
Well, thank you so much,
Hell
Jeff.
yeah.
I
Oh,
appreciate
dude.
you.
This is fun. This is
Yeah,
great.
for committing to the sketches, the podcast, the sketch, right?
Yeah,
Just one
dude.
sketch.
Well, there'll be more, I'm sure.
Yeah, once you're back in town, we'll work again together.
Yeah, hit me
Work
on
together
Instagram.
again? I am just not saying words correctly. Cade, give it up for Cade.
Gade.
Cade helping
The
us
man.
out today. He helped me out a lot. Once again, thank you to everybody who works at Casey Moore's. You guys have been incredible. I didn't think I was going to be able to do this episode, and here we are.
What are the chances when we go back and listen to this, there's like ghost whispers in
Yeah.
the quiet moments?
Oh my God.
Can you imagine a ghost is heckling us on your own podcast?
And then it just gives me a reason to switch into a paranormal,
Yeah.
like,
Casey Moore himself
Yeah.
is just like, this is stupid.
switch the material, the concept.
Yeah.
Start doing, hit up sci-fi, the sci-fi channel.
It'd be so funny to have a ghost give you with constructive feedback. Like, constructive feedback from beyond the grave.
Do you remember that show Scare Tactics on Sci-Fi? It was pretty good.
It's not just
Do
boo,
something
it's
along
like,
the lines
boo, you could be doing better. Hell yeah, dude.
They do make their own ranch. It's bomb.
Yeah.
Like what? Wait, what? That just
Plugging ranch. Yeah. We should plug the ranch, though. It is really
No, it is really good. That's what I wanted to say.
top tier. Yeah,
That's why
close
I
the
brought
show
that up.
with the ranch.
Yes, I'm
Fuck
not
my
even kidding.
plugs. We need to plug
their
the
food is
ranch.
extremely good. If just get anything their oysters are incredible. I am allergic, but I can only have one. I can have one. I'm not like deathly allergic. If I have one
Okay.
oyster, I can like deal with it. But if I have a bunch of them, I'll like flare up.
Yeah, okay, all right. That's good to know your tolerance.
But they add garlic,
Threshold.
I think, and cheese and stuff, and it's just really fucking tasty, and it's amazing.
They're doing it.
But thank you once again, everybody. Have a good time, enjoy your life, and thank you.
Cheers. Do we bump mics? How do we end this? Wow.
Have a
Hell
good
yeah,
day.
dude.